honestly. With the hair? We fucking with the hair right now? Hair's actually like showing. And low-key haven't washed it in like 4 days. It's kind of bad. Yeah. Dirty as fuck. Dirty as fuck. Yeah, but low-key for it not being washed. And for me waking up like 30 minutes ago, this shit chilling. Big chilling. I'm tired of shit, and I'm like trying to put off hitting the bong until after I finish this shit. I just want to hit the bong. I'm tired. I don't want to go to work. It's fucking 11:13, man. Surprised I even woke up. But I mean, hey, here we is. Like, haven't went live since fucking, I don't even know, but like earlier this month. And it's the 23rd now. Bruh. Well, we're gonna start off this stream with, just a light yap. I'm gonna start it off first. As you can see in this corner, we have a fucking TV. And we got these piles of fucking clothes here. Yeah, just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Got a new bed though. New bed frame. Or I mean it's not new, but it's my mom's old bed frame. Got a new bed frame. Alright, now fuck the bullshit. Let's get on to an actual topic. Tell me why I opened up my Xbox just now. Or like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago whenever setting the shit up. And I see the Legacy of Lego Batman just came out, right? I gotta turn down fucking music. Holy shit. Loud as the fuck. Holy shit. Anyways, the Legacy of the Lego Batman, whatever, the Legacy of the Dark Knight, the new Lego Batman game that just came out. Right? Well, as soon as I open it, I'm looking for the price, I'm thinking at first it's going to be a part of Game Pass. No. It's $70 fucking dollars. $70 for the Lego game? Are we serious? We're doing this shit like Call of Duty now? I mean, what? What, are we going to release like a new Lego Star Wars next year? Or a new Lego fucking, I don't know, Lego Marvel superheroes? And then just sell that shit for fucking $80, just like Call of Duty. Like, we're just going to restart the whole Lego franchise again and just start selling shit out the ass. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I watched the trailer. It looked kind of fire, It looked like maybe there could have been like a two-player co-op, split screen. I don't know. It showed some parts from, the movies whenever Joker's walking away from the hospital. It doesn't blow up, but it's like it like blows up green gas. I don't know. More kid friendly, so they can still make their money off of it. But there's some clips from like the movies, The Dark Knight Rises, and then you see Bane, you see Poison Ivy. Some of the movements, look pretty cool. Whenever they showed like one fight scene, and whenever you're like fighting little grunts or whatever, there's like pow or chop or ha. You know how like in comics there's the what are those called? It's not an oxymoron. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's just to help describe and like to show action in that picture. But I don't know, you'll see like pow, pop. I don't know. Just like little added features. I can understand why they're trying to sell it for so much, but like $70. You probably will not catch me buying that shit unless it goes on sale for like $50, $45. Even then, I still might probably not buy it. But like, I wanted to. I was like, this actually seems pretty cool. Like, I want to go back to my past, go back to fucking 2015, 2014, whenever I first started playing, games on the DS. Lego Batman was one of them. Lego Batman 2, actually, that I fucking flushed down the toilet on accident. This is some fun shit. It was a good game. And I was like, you know what? Let's play it. Let's actually give it a shot. Nope. $70? Nope. Nope. You got me fucked up. But, yeah. Enough about the Lego Batman, right? That was, fun shit. Let's move on to a more serious topic, though. Earlier this week, right? Monday, Tuesday. Well, Tuesday I'm scheduled off. Monday, I go into work for my last day, like, of the work week, before I'm off for a couple days. Monday's my last day, fucking bullshit, but, people are coming in at 8 o'clock. It's fucking crazy. We close at 9, and I'm still cooking food at 8 o'clock. Whatever. It was like that Sunday. It was like that Monday. I also came in Tuesday because 2 of the grill cooks called off. I come in at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., mind you, and the manager is cooking on the line, and she's got a nub. And she's all fucked, all alone. She's sitting at half a page, and I'm just like, bruh, I'm sorry. I mean, it was my day off, it's not my fault, but it's still like, bruh, why was she sitting there all fucked alone? Both the fucking grill cooks. So yeah, Tuesday was some fun shit. And then also, like, earlier that day, you know what? Not even gonna talk about that. But, yeah, fucking Tuesday, go in, and, it's shitty. It's shitty as fuck. I don't even want to be there, but I get my 32 and a half hours, right? Then, Wednesday comes around, and I'm like, I need to get my 40 hours. So I go into work at 1 o'clock on my day off. I got 32 hours. I could have been chilling. I could have still made my paycheck, whatever. But, no, I'm trying to get my 40 hours, right? I'm trying to actually get a full check this time. Bro, tell me why? Halfway through the fucking shift, like 4:30. Before I even get to the fun part, let me give you some context. Maybe a month or two ago, I'm cleaning the grill, I'm cleaning the fryers, and I clean behind the grills and shit. And at the end of the night, I turn off the hoods. The hoods is what sucks all the air up, keeps it cool back there, sucks up all the steam and shit. It's like your overhead exhaust fan. But you turn that off, then it's not as loud back there. You can actually hear something, right? I turn off the hood, and I go to clean behind left side cooler because, it's a little dirty under there, and I need to fucking squeegee it. So I pull the cooler out, and the fryer is right next to the cooler. And I'm hearing a hissing sound. I'm like, what the fuck? So I pull the fryer out a little bit, and the hissing increases. Or, it gets louder, and it's like, psst. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way we actually have a gas leak. I tell my girlfriend, I get her over there because she's up front. She's still closing. And I'm like, do you hear that? And she's like, yeah, I kind of smell it too. Then I get my manager of that night, the one that actually got, fucked. And she was the first person I told about the fucking, the leak. The one with the nub. And she was like, okay, I'll leave a note for the morning shift manager so they can have someone come check it out. Cool. Leave it there. A couple days go by. I ask her about it. I'm like, hey, did someone come fix it? Because I'm a little worried about it because I haven't heard anything. And no, we're still cooking on this side. We're still having flames near that open, leaking gas. So that was 2 months ago. And no one came and fixed it. So 2 managers were told. Then a month ago, I told the main closing manager. And she's like, okay. She tells our GM. So now all 4 of the managers of the store that are actively there throughout the work week, they all know that we have a leaking fryer. But another month passes and nothing is done. Tell me why? Wednesday, this week, 3 days ago, Wednesday, I go in on my day off. 1 o'clock, trying to get my 40 hours. It's perfectly fine the first 4 hours, or first 3 hours, chilling. We get to about 4:30, 5 o'clock. The meat grill goes out because we have the fan, pointing towards the grill, and it blew out one of the pilot lights. We got to relight the grill. Cool. We pull the left side fryer away, the one that's been leaking gas. We pull it away a little bit, and the manager's trying to relight the grill. Tell me why my grill cook's like, yo, there's a fire. There's a fire on the fryer. So I don't know if you know what a fryer, just like kind of like a regular looking, fryer in just most workplaces. But at Bob Evans, you got the fryer, and then in the back of it, there's a gas line that hooks up to it. So it keeps on feeding it gas to keep the fucking pilot light lit and to also make sure that the fryer can stay warmed up. That's how it gets its, heat, is from the gas. It burns the gas, creates fire, and yeah, that's how the fryer stays hot, is with the gas. There's a leaking, there's a little hole in the gas line. So she pulls the fryer away. There's a fucking fire coming out of the gas line. Now, I don't know if you guys, or you guys, I'm saying this like anyone's watching, but, whoever sees this, I don't know if, just think about it for a second. What if that fire that's on the outside of the fucking gas line just slips through the little hole that the gas is seeping from, and then now the fire is on the inside of the gas line? What do you think's going to happen? I don't know. Maybe just put a little thought into it. The flame's going to go up the gas line. It's going to cause a chain reaction to the one fryer, then to the grill, then to the other fryers, then throughout the whole gas lines that are throughout the rest of the building. Then the whole building fucking blows up. And everyone in it. We get the fire extinguishers out. The 2 fire extinguishers that are on the side of the grill line don't work. The fire's still going out the gas line. People are freaking out. My heart is racing right now. My heart's racing. We're getting the customers out of the building. Mind you, we had literally half the building was full of customers. We were fucking kicking ass. But now tell me why. As the servers are getting the customers out of the building, apparently some of them are like, so what about my food? What about your food? You were just told that there's a fire on the fryer. You're worried about your fucking food? You're not even worried about getting out of the building because it could blow up? Are you serious? You're worried about your food? No, I don't know. I don't know if it's ignorance. I don't know if it's just choosing not to believe that could happen. But it's people don't care that the building could have blown up. Customers at least, Then a server comes back from the front, right? From the front, not even by the grill lines, from the front, where they put in the orders and shit. She comes back with a red fire extinguisher. I pull the pin, I fucking use it, and it works instantly. The fire extinguisher puts the fire out, and now the whole grill line is covered with fucking, fire extinguisher dust. So we gotta clean that shit all up, right? All of the grill line. One side was clean, now we gotta re-clean it. Why the fuck did the 2 fire extinguishers that were checked, I think back in 2024 or 2025, why did they not work? And why did they make the fire worse? Because my manager goes to use it at first, and it just makes the fire bigger. No smoke comes out. So it's just what the fuck? It's a good thing that the building didn't explode there too. Anyways, we get the fryer out. The GM comes back because she wasn't that far. She had left 2 hours prior because, she thought her workday was done, but no, she just came back. And she's on the phone with the DO, and the DO comes, and immediately the DO is like, why are we trying to open this side back up whenever they're still leaking gas? It's she instantly why the fuck are we trying to do this dumb shit whenever they're still leaking gas? So they get the gas shut off, finally. They're dicking around for 30 minutes with the fryer. 4 managers, mind you. 3 managers. Well, 3 managers and a fucking a DO are just sitting there fucking off with the fryer. And then they're like, yeah, clean the whole fucking, grill line and then set it back up because we're opening back up at 6:30. So, not only did we just have to deal with that fryer fire, where the building could have blown up, now you want us to re-clean the whole grill line at 6 o'clock, set it back up, and then open the fucking store back up for 2.5 hours just to close the fucking grill line again. Nah, low-key, I did a lot of fuck all of fucking cleaning. Because, like, I cleaned it the first time at 6 o'clock. Then, like, whenever we actually closed at 9 o'clock, I was like, fuck that. Just clean the grill, and I fucking walked out. Because, like, I mean, not else needed fucking wipe down because we already closed the store once. Already cleaned the grills twice. Both of them. Like, it was just a whole fucking shit show just for fucking 10 customers to come back in. But mind you, people still want to fucking eat food at Bob Evans, even though it's fucking 8 o'clock. So I'm still cooking at 8, 8:30. Nah, but that's not even the best part of it, though. Not even the best part of it. You know, seeing as whenever the fire happened, sales stopped. Everyone's still on the clock, but sales stopped. So that means, you know, labor went up through the roof. The cost for, you know, keeping the employees on the clock went up because no customers were buying food. So labor went the fuck up. My manager's telling me that. And I'm like, good. We need to clock the fuck out and get out of here. Like, I mean, if labor's that bad, then let's just fucking restart tomorrow, which is what we should have done, you know? We should have just cleaned the fucking store, had the fucking person come out, fix the fryer. Oh, I'm sorry to get sidetracked real quick. But, like, tell me why later on that night, on Wednesday, after the fryer fire, person comes out, fix the gas line, puts a new gas line in. 30 minutes. 30 fucking minutes. Why didn't that person come out 2 months ago whenever I first brought the situation, you know, brought awareness to the situation? How come it wasn't fixed right then and there whenever we knew the gas line was leaking? A manager heard the from the gas line. My girlfriend heard it. I heard it. Fucking the grill line in the morning smelled it. Why wasn't it fixed 2 months ago? It's a very good thing. It's like a tremendous thing that the building did not blow up, and I'm still here, you know, bitching about it, and I still get to come home to my wife. But, like, I almost was not able to come home to my wife, and my wife wasn't about to have someone that would come home. Same with, you know, the other families. My other grow cook, a father of 3, has a wife. Fucking the manager, a single mom. I forget who else has kids, but I think there's another single mom up in there too, or maybe just not single, but another mom who has children that need raised. Why wasn't the fryer fixed a month ago? Why wasn't the person that came out put a new fucking gas line on after the fire? Why didn't that happen 2 months ago whenever whenever this problem first came to light? Oh, because we want to save money. Like, you want to save money, the whole building fucking could have blown up. You would have had to get a whole new fucking crew. You would have had to rebuild the building. All of it would have been for naught. All the work I put in, all the fucking times I tried to tell the managers about, you know, something's wrong with this fucking fryer. We need to fix it, and we need to stop this thing from being a safety risk. It would have been all for nothing. I would have died for nothing. Just because this fucking company wants to save money. I'm getting a little upset with my manager. And she's like, this is normal. This is normal in the food industry. I'm like, this should not be normal. And then in my head, I'm like, you know what, whatever. If this is normal, I'd rather be unnormal and safe. If it's unnormal to be safe, I'd rather be unnormal. I'd rather be the fucking black sheep that's being safe and staying away from the cliff instead of being one of the ones looking down. Ooh. No. I'm standing back there because I don't trust none of y'all. I don't trust none of the white sheep. Nah, fuck that. I'll be the black sheep in the fucking back. I'll be the fucking abnormal if it means that, you know, I'm safe and my family's safe and the people I love is safe. No, I ain't putting fucking money over someone's life because someone's life is worth a lot more than the fucking American dollar. Or the fucking Mexican peso. Or the fucking Japanese yen. Or the fucking, you know, European... I don't even know what their fucking currency is. None of that shit matters. What matters is us people. and fucking actually being together and knowing that everyone's okay. Everyone, not just everyone in your group, every single living being on this planet, all 8 fucking billion people, you need to make sure that everyone's okay. Not just your small little knit group, not just, the people around you in your neighborhood. Nah, everyone that you ever fucking talk to. Like, why are we always spreading negativity? Why are we always worrying about ourselves and fucking putting... Nah, but if I give someone help, and if they throw that shit in my face, alright, bet, throw that shit in my face. I'm gonna throw something back in your face, and you're never gonna see me again. You're never gonna have the help, and you're never gonna have the chance to get my help again. Cool. We're gonna keep it at that, and you're never gonna see my fucking face for 30 years. And then you're gonna die. And then you're gonna be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been like that to him. Or maybe you might not think of me ever again. Who fucking gives a fuck? At least I tried to be nice to you. At least I tried to help out. And if you throw that shit in my face, we'll see what happens. But regardless, that doesn't mean I'm gonna just not stop helping people. No, I'm gonna keep on helping people. And it doesn't matter if people throw shit in my face. I'm just gonna go on to the next person to try to help them. Someone doesn't want my help? All right, bet. Don't get my fucking help. I'll move on. I'll move on as long as I'm still here, though. As long as I'm still able to walk around, I can, move on. But if I'm not, if I'm fucking burnt to a crisp in the fucking building of Bob Evans, Lancaster, a building where I have told the people that run that building that there has been a problem with the fryers for the past month. And it's been known. So the building would have blown up for fucking nothing. But, back to, whenever labor shot up. Everyone's still on the clock. There's no sales going through the building. So labor goes the fuck up. It's like a 40%, 30%, which is high as shit. It should be a 16%, our manager says. For a good labor, for, good sales, labor should be like 16%. Whatever. I don't fucking care about that. The building almost just blew up. I'm more worried about getting this shit cleaned up and going home seeing my wife. But no, she's like, labor went up. I'm like, good, we need to get the fuck out of here. She's like, no, not good. That means my bonus is fucked. I'm like, you're worried about your bonus? I mean, I didn't say this because, this is a manager I fuck with, so I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be like that. But I'm like, you care more about your bonus? And you care more about labor being high as fuck than the building exploding and all these people that, could have died with the building, including you? You got 2 cats at home and you got a girlfriend at home. And you're not even worried about that? You're not even worried about leaving them all alone? You're worried about your bonus. Same manager, like, I try to be cool and cordial with. They try so hard to be nice with me and my girl. They try so nice to be friends and shit. But then you show that. I'm just confused. And then, like, half the time whenever we talking about shit, it's like I'm not even going to start bitching because that's, a whole biased situation. But I know this isn't biased. You're caring more about your fucking bonus than the building exploding. But here's the thing with that. We wouldn't have had to shut down if the fryer was fixed in the first place. Labor would have been just fine if we didn't have to shut down. The sales wouldn't have stopped if we didn't have to shut down. If the fryer fire didn't happen on Wednesday, nothing bad would have happened and I wouldn't be bitching right now. I wouldn't be upset with my manager and I wouldn't have even known that they care more about their bonus than they do actual people. Why? Because it would have been fixed 2 months ago, whenever the problem first occurred. But no, the problem just sat, and the problem just sat until it got out of hand. Thank fucking God we're still here. But like... $11:37. Just fucking crazy. W fucking 25-minute yap. Not shit like that. It's just everyday bullshit. Bro, and then there's just a fucking fly. I haven't seen a fly in here. Nah, that's about all the fucking yap, you know? That fucking fly I just killed, I barely even hit it with the tip of the fly swatter. It like flew up a little bit and then it just disappeared. So I don't know if I just like, I don't know. So either there's a dead fly in them clothes somewhere or he's just in shock. Yeah, you know, as we can see, we're gonna play some fucking, honestly, I don't even want to play the game. I don't even want to play the game. I just wanted to yap and get that out up there. Low key. Yeah, I just wanted to yap, get that out there, low key. I thought we were gonna play the games, but AI viewers, streamboo.com, yo, Dapper, Rankin CDV, AI viewers, streamboo.com. Appreciate the engagement. Appreciate the engagement. I don't understand why people are the way they are. Like, I understand we're all human. I'm human too. Like, I don't even know where to start this. Fucking growing up, 3 years old, mom and dad got divorced. Why they got divorced? Because my dad wanted to steal money from my mom. We had no food in the house, electric was going out, and fucking no water. So my mom leaves him with 3 kids, starts raising 3 kids on her own. You know, we're good. We're good for about 10 years. Maybe like 9 years. You know, I'm like now 12 at this point. We've lived with our grandparents, then we moved out, got an apartment. We actually had 2 different apartments. And then in the last apartment, you know, then comes home, you know, stepdaddy, right? He was locked up in prison. Visited him for the last 4 years of his, you know, lockup time. And, like, every Sunday, go visit him. And then, you know, he comes home. And then he starts fucking shit up. Starts laying his hands. Starts fucking this, that, the fourth. And, you know, mind you, I'm seeing all of this. My sisters are seeing all of this. And mind you, you know, same person also tried to, you know, teach me about cars and also teach me about dirt bikes and teach me about being a boy and actually trying to be somewhat of a father figure. So, you know, regardless on the shit that he put me through, I still learn, right? You know, he's also, well, you know, thank God I'm still here, but actually we're not even gonna talk about that. But, Yeah, no, both father figures, both, whatever. Pieces of fucking shit. Pieces of shit. And then I meet my girl, her dad, not much better. And then her mom meets pretty much stepdaddy. Same stepdaddy as mine, pretty much. And, guess what happens? Almost the same shit. And it's like I don't know what it is with our parents whenever they think they find, their love. They just devote all their attention to that. And it's like the kids that they were raising just get left. My mom chose that stepdad like 8 different times. He was kicked out so many different times and let right back in. And the same shit happened. Voices were always being raised. I was always scared if my mom was gonna beat. I was scared if I had to stand up for him because I'm a little kid. What am I gonna do to a fucking 40-year-old person? He's got fucking big old beer belly gut, fucking big as fuck. What am I gonna do as a kid? I'm fucking scared as shit. It's not a good childhood, not the best. Obviously, I didn't get beat all the time like some kids, thank God. But still, it wasn't the best childhood. And it's the same with and I don't even remember this, but my sisters remember it. The times that we would go stay down with my dad after my mom and dad got divorced, my sisters are crying to my mom saying there's no food in the house. There's pop. There's pop, maybe cereal. I don't fucking know. But my sisters are literally 5 years old and 7 years old. Why are they calling their mom who is an hour and a half away? And what's my dad doing? I don't even know. I think he was passed out. Not the best childhood, right? And, obviously there's other shit. I've ran away twice. Bitch ass moves, but whatever. It's what I could do. Not the best childhood, but, here I am. Here I am still trying to help people. Here I am still, because I know what it's like to be lonely. For the old lady that lives around the corner who just gave us a flower because, we were in her thoughts and, she stays in ours. We like to know that she's okay because she's lonely. She has no one. I don't know if she's got kids or if she doesn't talk to her kids or what. She's got 2 old dogs and maybe 3 cats. It's sad. So I want to try to help be there for her whenever I can. And I'll message her. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Just checking up on you. Just being that one person that wasn't there for her before. And that's all it takes for her to keep going. She has suicidal thoughts. She does coke. She works at fucking... Not even gonna put that out there, but sorry. I wasn't trying to, out you like that, but... She's old and it sucks. So I'm gonna try to be that person that she didn't have before. There's 2 neighbors next door. I think they have some family that they talk to, but they just grow up and do jury duty, and it's just kind of the same stuff. I think they're retired, and I don't know. I can tell that they're not getting lonely, but not enough human interaction. Not enough interaction with, other people. So I try to, or not, I don't try as hard, but I still try to be hey there, how you guys doing? Just checking up on them, just still communicating. So that, for one, I can, talk to someone else and I can communicate with someone else, but also so they can communicate with me. And so we can, have an understanding, or we can connect in some different way and then move on about our lives. And we never meet each other again. But still that one good event that happened that day helps push you forward so fucking far. One person could be on their last leg, and if they don't get the help that day, they end it all. But then you could be that person that's hey, do you need a hug? Are you okay? Another neighbor, his daughter, actually, neighbor guy, he went to the hospital. We haven't seen him in a while. But his daughter shows up, and she's like, yeah, we're cleaning it up. He's staying in the hospital. He's probably going to come live back with me. so I can take care of him. But yeah, he's just not doing good. And she had said that the hospital treated him like shit. He was trying to get up, and I don't know, there were some things that were said. And, apparently he was strapped up or whatever. I don't know. But, the hospital didn't treat him nicely for an old man that had some problems. Wasn't very nice. So, also, daughter, who's there cleaning up her father's stuff, isn't sure if her father's going to live, or if, this, that. And she seems like she's, lonely too, because she's driving all the way from, out of state to come here and, like, help her father out. So, I give her a hug. I try to talk with her for a little bit, and, I hope that helped. But it's just trying, At least, you tried. At least, I said that fucking 4 different times. At least you know that you can do something. Like, nah, like, too many people go day to day without being noticed. And I was one of those people. I still am. Hell, the boys that I think that actually care, I don't know, they're so focused on their own fucking shit. But all you can do is keep on trying. And then whenever mud is slung up in your face, you know where to keep your face from, You see a puddle down the road, you know to avoid it. Sometimes you might splash and play, have some fun, but gotta move on. Because they're just gonna sling mud in your face. I don't know. I wish I could have full screened. Low key, if I would have known I was just gonna yap, I would have just went live on the computer. You would have just seen my whole face instead of just seeing Halo Wars, panned for the last 30 minutes. I wish people would be better, And, back to the whole reason why I even brought up my childhood and shit, and, like, how I kind of went up through, not, like, obviously it wasn't the worst shit out there, but it was still fucked for a child. Like, I shouldn't have gone through that. I should have been raised with a loving, mother and father who didn't hate each other and didn't steal from each other, and, yeah, was just there for their kids. But I didn't get that. But even so, I'm not a dickhead. Even so, I'm not a fucking, piece of shit stepdad that wants to just, do whatever, run the streets, this, that, the fucking fourth. I'm not that. Even though that's what, raised me up, I'm not turning to that. I mean, my fucking quote-unquote, ex-stepdad, his dad was, whenever he was growing up, trashy. Like, he would run around, leave his fucking life, fucking, go fuck bitches, go run the streets all night long. And then whenever he'd come home, his son's like, hey, Dad, can I get your help? Or, like, there's something. I don't know, like, they, not the best father-son relationship, Not going to get too much in their past, but not good. So then, raising, ex-stepdaddy like that, ex-stepdaddy turns out just the same way. But then you try to raise me like that, and it ain't happening. Maybe it's because, it was during the point where I'm starting to think for myself. I'm hitting puberty. I'm going through a lot of different changes. So I need to find out what works best for me. And obviously, like, a lot of his teachings weren't the best. So I'm going to make my own new person. I'm going to be someone who I'm going to be someone who I know I won't, like, I don't feel like a fucking failure, I'm going to be someone who I can be proud of. And not, like, and I've come a long ways. I've, gotten a lot of patience. I've still with, the longest relationship I've ever been in, fucking almost 3 years now. Been doing a lot better. I mean, we now have an apartment too. I have a good relationship with my mom. And yeah, I'm helping people around me, and I'm trying to talk. I'm picking up trash. I'm being a person that I like. And I guess, I don't know, before I was just always like, what would my homeboy think? What would my homeboy think? What would my homeboy think? Is this cool? Is this hip? Is this... Nah, fuck all of that shit. I do not care. Genuinely. You know what I care about? Fucking coming home, drinking a few fucking... Either drinking a few Cutwaters or drinking a margarita or something and watching some haiku. That's what I care about. I care about my kitties. I care about my girl. I care about playing this fucking game. And I care about getting a positive message out there. I do not care about looking hip. I do not care about fucking buying these shoes or like this, that, the fourth. Fucking... I don't know, it's just... Now I'm just yapping. I'm trying to think of, if there's anything else for me to say. I don't know. Another thing, with, parents. This is something I firmly believe in. You gave birth to me, right? I didn't choose to be here, obviously. But, you still raised me. Or, no, let's start this off. You brought me into this world. You brought me into this world. Did not ask to be here. And I used to use that against people. I didn't ask to be here. I don't want to be here. I used to be suicidal, but, like, let's get off that. I used to be, I was forced here. I was brought into this world. And I don't know if, some parents think that they can just, try just a little bit and then let their kid grow up on their own, or just force pills down their kid's throat so that they could feel better. Prescriptions, going to the doctor saying, oh, I have this. I know 2 people like that. One, whatever, but 2 people, both in my family. And, well, I know 2 people that, well, one of them actually doesn't take pills anymore, so congratulations. But, she did for a little bit, and it was because her mom, instead of sitting there trying to, talk with her, trying to understand what was going on, maybe it was a lot of bad things in school, maybe it was not enough human interaction, because we need that as an individual. We can't just sit alone in a room all day, or we can't just stay locked up in the house all day. We have to have interaction if we want to stay sane. Or if we want to keep our mind in check, Gotta learn from other people. But no. She, girl's mom just forces pills down her throat. And it's just like, here, this will make you feel better. This will make you feel better. And then whenever you're getting symptoms from those pills, here's more pills to deal with the symptoms, the side effects. Then you're taking 4. Then you have more side effects. Then you're taking 6. 6 different things of 100 milligrams each. 75, some of them 50. One of them was 175, I believe. And you were taking that every day. I know we have problems. I know as humans we can go through some things. But that doesn't mean, some pharmaceutical fucking, prescribed drug is going to solve and be the magic little fairy that, oh, you're all better now. It's not going to work like that. It's not. We're natural. I don't know if we evolved. I don't know if we fucking, who came first, the chicken or the egg. I don't fucking know. But I do believe that we evolved and we were from this earth. So that being said, our problems can be fixed a lot just by, listening to our body and just listening to the earth. Now, that sounds like some, tree hugger shit, some fucking, some junkie shit. I don't fucking care. I'm actually speaking facts. You go outside, your body feels a lot better. You need vitamin C, which comes from the sun, outside, actively. You need vitamin C because it's good for you. You need fucking oxygen from outside, from the trees. That's good. That's nature. It helps. Just breathing fresh air, if anything, opens up your airways, too. Instead of being stuck inside, boxed in this fucking box-ass apartment, stepping outside helps. Just going outside every morning and just listening to the birds and just watching the trees and shit every day, 10 minutes, helps your morale and helps how you feel throughout the day tenfold. And I could bet on that. If you're actually having a shitty day and you go outside, don't even think. You're just sitting there. Take a couple breaths and just listen to the birds, listen to whatever is making noise out there. I mean, if you live in the city, I'm sorry. That sucks. I mean, I live in the city, but like it's not that bad. I can hear birds and I can see trees. So it's not terrible. I live in a good spot. But if you live in the city where all you're hearing is of the bus stopping, fucking, I don't know, this, that, the fourth. I don't know, just horns, just bikes, just fucking all the city sounds. I'm sorry. That sucks. Like, I can see why a lot of people have headaches over there. And like, yeah, probably have to take some sort of, medication to keep that shit at bay. But I mean, if we would just, put the noise level down and, I don't know, just be a little bit more open. I don't know what I mean by open, but I guess not so fucking close together. I don't know. Maybe you might feel a little bit better. Just, I don't know. But what I do know is that we need nature. We need outside. We need this planet. And a lot of our problems that we think need solved with, pills and shit, they can just be solved by, drinking some water and just sitting down and listening to nature, listening to yourself. I mean, we are nature in some sense. So listening to nature. I mean, your body, like, if you feel something going wrong in your stomach and it's really bad and it's like the first time you felt like that, there's probably something wrong. Or if, this is a new type of headache and it's like, I don't know, in the front of your brain and it's like, it's never happened like this before and it's really, really, really fucking bad, maybe there's a problem. But I mean, if it's something normal or if it's something not normal, but if it's something that happens to you daily or like happens to you weekly, you can just tell that that's an okay problem. Like, you just kind of have that. You just need to, take a little bit of better care of yourself. Maybe you'll feel a little bit better. But, something that just happened that's, not normal, where you feel like it doesn't happen on a day-to-day, go to the doctors, Yeah, for sure. Get that shit figured out. But, I mean, if it's something that, like, every day, I don't know. Just yapping at this point. I think that's about everything. Big Pharma is just a big fucking lie. And, I mean, we could, solve a lot of our sicknesses with science and with fucking, chemicals and shit. But we're choosing to use those chemicals and using that science to create drugs that have symptoms and side effects so that you have to go get more drugs and more this, that, the fourth. Oh, tell me why, too. Like, didn't we just legalize marijuana? With Gen Z, we're smoking a lot more than we're drinking. So, with Gen Z, the market should be open for, marijuana should be in the market for Gen Z if you want to make money off of Gen Z. Alcohol ain't selling for Gen Z. We don't like alcohol that much. I mean, I like it a little bit, but I'd rather smoke. But now they're turning it illegal again. Like, they were just making so much money after legalizing it, and they saw like, okay, we can make money off of this just like we can with alcohol. But they're illegalizing it again. I wonder. I mean, me and my girl were just talking about this, like, whenever you drink, you're slugging around, you're just there. But whenever you smoke, or whenever you take shroomies, or those are the only two type of, like, one's a psychedelic and one's just an herb. But still, those two things that come from, nature, outside. I'm not saying that all nature things are, good for us, because, tobacco leaves, whenever you dry it out and then you smoke it, that's still bad for you, because you're still putting, harmful, like, you're still smoking it into your lungs. Smoke should not be in your lungs. I don't know how to properly, maybe you drink the tobacco. Maybe you put the tobacco leaf in a drink and you drink it. I don't know. But I feel like, The natural way of intaking tobacco, how we do smoking it, that's not natural. That's not natural. But, you know, edibles, like eating weed gummies or eating just, weed brownies, that's how you're supposed to intake, you know, marijuana or cannabis or whatever you want to fucking call it. That's how we, as humans, you know, intake the fucking herb. It's the same with marijuana. It's the same with shroomies too. Like, you eat them or you drink them. You don't smoke them. Honestly, with shroomies, it'd be bad if you smoked them. But, you know, weed, obviously, we smoke it all the time. It's just the easiest way. You just get the bud, you just light it on fire. And, you know, easy as that. You don't have to bake it. You don't have to mix it with anything. So it makes it easier. But, you know, it's not the natural way. Like, we should be eating it. But, you know, we're smoking it. But that's still a little bit off topic. But, you know, just a little nature, fucking how we should be naturally, you know, intaking this shit. Just any smoke in your lungs in general. Let it be views, let it be fucking vape, let it be a cart, let it be weed, let it be cigarettes, let it be cigar, let it be the tobacco I smoke, let it be the fucking, you know, gases from cars, let it be fucking, I don't know, just any type of gas, any type of, besides oxygen, don't need to be in your lungs. And it's very unnatural for it to be in your lungs. And, you know, if you think about it, your lungs is one of your main things to survive. But, you know, I still smoke. And I still put that shit in my lungs. I'm not going to say I wish I could quit. I need to, you know, put more things in my day. I need to stay busy so I don't have to think about that. So I can move on from it. But until that time comes, I'm just going to still sit here and smoke. I'm not going to say I can't do nothing about it. But, you know, it's bullshit. Not bullshit. It's bullshit that I can't just fucking hop off this. It's bullshit that I can't just fucking cold turkey. Because it don't work like that. I mean, it could. But I'd probably be stressed out. Like, I'd be very hella stressed out. I wouldn't even be able to enjoy sitting here watching anime. I wouldn't even be able to enjoy sitting here talking to y'all. But regardless, you know, I was a little off topic. Why are they, you know, illegalizing marijuana? I mean, y'all were just making so much money off it. I smoke more than I drink. So y'all were going to make money from me. I'll make money from the boys and from any other boy. I don't know, it just makes you think. I'm not saying weed makes me think a different way, but weed does, like, it makes you think. Whenever you smoke, you usually stay quiet and usually stay in your head. And you think. Whenever you drink, you don't think. You just do. And you fucking fuck off. And you don't even think at all. But whenever you smoke, you do think. Whenever you take shroomies, oh my God, it's like thinking but like tenfold. So I wonder why they want to, you know, re-legalize it. Maybe because it makes us think. I'm not saying weed's been, you know, weed is the key to, you know, open your eyes, but it does help me just sit here and think that, like, oh, my manager really cares about her bonus more than, you know, everyone being okay. Because if I was drunk or if I was drinking, I probably wouldn't have thought that way. Probably would have just kept on going because I'm buzzing. They see weed and shroomies are just a little different. Just a little bit. And what's a little different about them, too, is they naturally come from the earth. At least, you know, if you naturally grow it. You know, big companies still like to artificially grow it and grow it in labs and, you know, put chemicals and shit and try to make the best strain ever. You can try, but, you know, there's probably going to be side effects, or there's probably going to be, you know, hidden chemicals in there that damage your body. I'd rather just take my chances with the natural. Even if it's not, quote-unquote, the best weed, I don't care. Safer. Hope it's showing us something different now. Because I clicked it. I think that's about it. Okay. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know. If someone ain't treating you right, don't let them keep treating you like that. Get what you want and get the fuck out. Because they got what they wanted. It's gonna, it's gonna suck. And, some people, they don't have their partner. They don't have a partner. And, some people's partners tend to be fucking, devil hidden in angel's clothes. And, to those people, I'm sorry. It shouldn't be like that. We should be able to just find whoever we want. Not whoever we want, but we should... I don't know. Like, I have my sexual desires. I have my urges. I'm a boy. I'm going to. But that doesn't mean I can just force myself onto my wife whenever I want. That doesn't mean I can just... Even if she says no, go fuck another bitch. That doesn't matter. Like, are you serious? Like, what kind of person are you? You can't fucking wait a day or two. You can't wait a month or two. Hell, you can't wait a couple months. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I guess you could say, oh, I might die before I get laid. Nigga, who gives a damn? Do something better with your life. You're only worried about getting laid? I mean, I'm kind of talking to myself, but I don't. Like, I have my urges, but I don't have self-control. And, like, there's so many people out there, too, that think, just because, the kid seems to, like, quote-unquote, like them or, like, find an affection to them, that doesn't mean that the kid wants to be touched. The kid is a fucking kid and doesn't, like, is just now starting life, doesn't even know what you're thinking or what your intentions are. So, yeah, of course they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you got me a little cookie? You're playing with me? Oh, yeah, I got a friend. That's a kid. And they're very impressionate. So you do that fucked up shit to them, then it just continues the cycle. And then now you're fucked up, too. And now you got me coming after you. Or you got fucking the boys coming after you or someone. Have self-fucking control. Like, nah. They should lock me up with the shit that goes on my head. I think of some fucking crazy dastardly things. But it's crazy, though. I have self-control. And I don't let that shit get out because I know that is morally wrong. I know I don't want to hurt anyone. Even if someone fucked me up, I don't want to kill them. I don't want to end their life. I'll make them suffer. Sure, because you made me suffer. But I don't want to kill you. I don't. I don't want the blood on my hands. I don't want I don't want to have to deal with the conscience of having a death on... Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. But I will deal with, making you suffer just a little bit. I'll cut off your legs and you're like... Stop right there. Stop right there. You made me suffer, I make you suffer, but I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill anyone. I don't know. I think that's, yeah, for the day. Looking 12:12. Has it been an hour? No way. Oh, I guess it has been an hour. Wow. Oh my lord. Okay, well, YAP. I'm gonna call it there. It's 12:12, and I need to get ready for work. So, Yeah, the same work that almost blew up. Hey, but at least I'm still here, though. Still gonna make money. But will not be working out Bob Evans here soon. I need to fucking apply to a job. I need to get, you know, the shit pulled up on my phone and do that. But still haven't. Yeah. With that being said, though, take care of yourself. And, you know, I guess just try to be better than the day before. If you were a shitty person yesterday, try to be a better person today. Even if it's just one small little gesture that helps change your daily actions, change it. If it's for the better, change it. If it's for the worse, find something else. Just take care of yourself and try to take care of others around you. Because if you take care of someone, I'm sure someone will take care of you. It's the same with, you know, cars. Like my car, 2008 Chevy Equinox, got 250,000 miles on it. It had, I think, 210,000 whenever I first got it 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. Put 40,000 mile on it. I have transmission problems and shit, but it's still running strong. Because I take care of it, and I listen to it, and I'm in tune with it. I take care of it, it take care of me. It's the same with cars, it's the same with, you know, your pets, your animals. It's the same with humans. Everything around you. I take care of this pink fucking plastic metal water bottle, and it'll hold water for the rest of my life. I just got to make sure I take care of it. And keep it clean, but that's, you know, taking care of it. Just take care of shit, and shit'll take care of you. Be the fucking better person. Be the bigger person. Be the person that even though people like to throw mud in your face, you don't throw mud back. At least not all the time. You know, maybe a little bit of mud, but that doesn't mean I'm going to throw mud at everyone. Just you. Like, don't let people turn you into like someone who judges a book by a cover, or like someone who categorizes people. Because that's what we do. Like as humans, it's in our nature to, you know, categorize things. Like that's dangerous. That group of thing is dangerous. This group of thing is dangerous. So, you know, growing up as a kid, if you see like a lot of, you know, Hispanic crimes or African American crimes, whatever, in your brain, you're going to be like, okay, I need to stay away from black people, or I need to stay away from Hispanic people. That's just like a natural defense because you're only seeing the bad parts about that community. Only seeing. So you're thinking, okay, I need to stay away from that. But that's not always the truth. Maybe for like, yeah. Maybe for, I don't know, like the desert. You know the desert is dangerous, so keep it that way. Scorpions are always out there, snakes, fucking this, that. And also, it's dry as shit. You get stuck out there, no water, you're dead. Go ahead. Keep that as like a dangerous thing in your head. But whenever it's like a group of people, or like where one person is making an image for 100 people, maybe that one image doesn't cover everything. Maybe there's a lot more good to be seen in that image. It's just, you know, the main guy only drew the bad parts. I mean, I don't know how true this is, but I also believe that, you know, news stations, you know, I'm not suicidal. I'm just going on about my bullshit that I just think about. I used to be suicidal. I held a gun up to my head. Wasn't going to talk about this, but I was suicidal at one point. Not anymore. So if, you know, randomly, someday, I ain't kill myself. Niggas is coming after me if, you know, ever go missing. But, you know, hopefully that won't happen. But, I do believe that, why most crimes in the U.S. are, you know, African American related is because those are the only recorded crimes. Those are the only crimes that are put up on TV and that we see at home are African American crimes. We don't see none of the white people committing crimes. We don't see none of this, that committing crimes. We do see white school shooters, you know, committing crimes, and then we like to blame that on games. That's it. But that's it. We only see the bad parts of them. Now, I know that's what the news does. You know, we only want to see the bad whenever we see the news because we want to know what's going on in the world. But at the same time, you know, you're basically making this one group of people look so fucking bad
because all you're doing is recording what the bad moments are and nothing else. So then we think all black people are bad because that's all we see. And that's not true. I mean, some people might think so. I don't. I think, you know, everyone has a chance to change themselves. Even if they're a dickhead in the past, they can still be a better person. They got to have the will, though. Like, they got to want to change themselves. But that doesn't mean everyone in that community is bad. Doesn't mean everyone from O Block is a fucking killer. Doesn't mean everyone from fucking, I don't know, Chicago, or hell, even Cleveland here in Ohio. Fucking, doesn't mean everyone that lives there is a fucking piece of shit. I mean, some people are, and some people choose to stay that way, but not everyone. Just because you see that bad shit, maybe I should go see if that's it. Maybe I should see if that's the whole story. You know, did that person really just kill that man for no reason? Or was it like self-defense? Was it, you know, details also matter too. Details like matter a lot. It's a little off topic, but you know, it's not about the results. It's about the process. It's not about who killed who. It's about why he was killed. Was it self-defense? Was the man coming after his family? Was this, that, the fourth? We need to know the details. Half the time you don't see the details though. Know your details. Know what's true. Know that sometimes you're being lied to. And there's a lot of lies in this world. A lot of lies. Not a lot of people are gonna, you know, see the end of this, but I've got three show recommendations. That, I mean, it doesn't exactly stay on this topic, but it does cover some of it. It covers like some of like the government, you know, it's not that they're not real. It's just the government dancing their little fingers like we're fucking puppets. And the people above them are dancing their fingers with the government. And then, yeah. And we got 6 families just owning everything. Common side effects. I only know of it being on HBO Max. Very good show. It goes on about how magic mushroom solves everything. But if it gets out, you know, Big Pharma goes down and then no more money. So, like, Big Pharma's trying to keep it a secret that this, you know, mushroom can heal everything in the body, can even bring back some people from the dead, maybe. Who knows? We don't know like much about it, but just a magic mushroom. And, you know, goes on about Big Pharma, goes on about government, goes on about them, you know, the 6 big families. There's also 4 shows actually. What's it called? Pantheon. It's on Netflix. It's a little animated, like it's like not anime, but it's like American animation. But it goes on about AI and how, you know, if we upload our mind, instead of, you know, creating an artificial intelligence, we just upload someone's mind to the web, and now we have a uploaded intelligence. And then that goes on, you know, government shit, and how this whole person's life was literally lied to from the start. His family, how he was growing up, his girlfriend too. It was all just all a setup, basically, for the past 16 years of his life. He was just an experiment. And yeah, no, it was just, the government can do some of that shit. I don't know, you know, like how big of a scale, but like, I'm sure shit like that has happened. At least to the point of, like, you know, trying to raise someone from birth to have them make something for you, or to like control them some certain way. A lot of people are out there and try to do that. But Pantheon, it's on Netflix. There's also Scavenger's Reign. It's on HBO, and I think it's also on Netflix right now. But it doesn't really go that deep into like Big Pharma and shit. But you are on another planet. Like, you go to a different planet, and I think you split up between 3 different characters. One of them knows like things about science and knows if you combine this and this, you can get power. The other one is like a survivalist, just staying safe, trying to understand why they crashed and like what happened. And then the third one is just someone who got lucky and then decides to just go out in the wilderness and, actually meets an alien who shows him, I don't know, shows him the universe, basically. It's an interesting show. Scavenger's Reign is peak. It's better than Pantheon, and it's, I don't know, the common side effect is really good, but Scavenger's Reign, I don't know, that shit hit. That shit was like, nah. And then there's a robot too, and the planet starts infecting the robot, and then the robot starts thinking on its own. So it's like the planet gave it some of its life and then changed some of the components to, I don't know, like you see fungus growing on it and it makes it alive. The fungus that's growing on it now beats like a heart in the robot. And the robot hurts whenever it tries to take off the, fungus and shit, but like at the same time it's not doing any harm. It's just making them think a different way, Like I don't know if it's a parasite or I don't know if it was, I don't know. It's an interesting show. It like gets into some deep like shit that could happen on this planet, but with like different materials and just like one thing that was different. One more. The Boys. The Boys is a special kind of like weird thing. There's a lot of sex, fucking, and it's weird. A lot of weird shit. But in The Boys, Homelander, that show. They go on about government and trying to control the military, trying to control how wars are fought. And who gets to live, who gets to die, who's important, who's this. The Boys, good show. Those are my 4 shows. Scavenger's Reign, The Boys, Common Side Effect, and Pantheon. Pantheon is the uploaded intelligence. Common Side Effect is the mushroom, Big Pharma. The Boys is like superhero, government, actual people, like actual live acting, and then Scavenger's Reign, animation, but still fucking fire, different planet, some aliens, good shit. But yeah, that's my yap. Didn't think I was gonna yap for an hour, but I did. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm glad I could make it out here. I'm glad I could yap, low key. Honestly, this was a lot better than just playing the game. Yeah. I think I'm just going to leave it there, though. Stay safe. Take care of people. If they don't take care of you, then just leave them in the dust. They won't ever see you again. But at least you tried. I guess all I'm asking for you is try. Every day, try. Every day's a new day, so you might as well try. And today's the only day you're going to live in today. So you might as well try what you can do today, Yeah, just stay safe. You never know what's gonna happen. Try to appreciate what you have, and like even for me, like it's hard for me to appreciate what I have, and like hard to realize that I have this, and a lot of people don't. And I almost thought I almost didn't have it, but I do, and I fought for it. We fought for it. Every day is a new opportunity. So if yesterday satisfies you, what will today bring? Much love, guys. And, just try to spread that love. Just try to help each other. But I really do love you guys. Just stay safe.